On the news tonight, federal government moves to improve level of preparedness to reinforce health security in Nigeria. Lagos State government launches healthcare intervention for residents. Plus, latest in world of entertainment and sport. Good evening and thanks for joining us on NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Musa Tolia. Report just reaching us says organized labor has declared indefinite strike beginning Monday, June 3rd, 2024, till new national minimum wage is announced by the federal government. Now to other news now. The federal government has inaugurated a national genomic surveillance consortium, a strategy to improve preparedness and reinforce security in Nigeria. Director General Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Olajide Idris, says the genomic surveillance is a One Health approach to implementing national programs on health that will prepare Nigeria for informing diagnostics, vaccine production, and biosecurity consciousness. Oluseye Adiabu reports.
Approaches to infectious diseases control are evolving, with many high-throughput sequencing and data handling technologies. The advent of COVID-19 2019-2020 opens many countries to the role of genomic surveillance. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, now champions the formation of a national genomic sequencing, setting national health security as priority.
We were able to make our first sequence following the amplification of a strand of Ebola. The primers used were Panfilo.
Your commitment to advancing our national health infrastructure through genomic science is truly commendable. We at CHI are eager to offer our full support and collaboration.
Part of the consortium's task is to develop national genomic surveillance strategy and reviewing sequencing activities across laboratories nationwide.
Over the years, new technologies have come up. This one we're talking about now is one of the latest technologies, genomic sequencing. This one you go deep into the structure of our makeup, genetic makeup, DNA. You can discover a lot of information. We can use the science for a lot of things. One of them is how to detect these diseases so that we can react quickly.
While Nigeria keeps experiencing the reoccurrence of infectious diseases such as Lassa fever, monkeypox, and others, these players in national response to infectious disease control and prevention believe the country will be better strengthened and improving the nation's pandemic preparedness. In Abuja, Oluseye Adiagbo, NTNA.
The House of Representatives has decried the increasing rate of tertiary institutions that are yet to access the intervention of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund with a call on TET Fund to bridge the gap. This was during an oversight visit by lawmakers to the management and staff of the TET Fund in Abuja. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikpen reports.
This visit by members of the House Committee on Tertiary Education Trust Fund is an oversight function to ascertain judicious use of TET Fund interventions in beneficiary tertiary institutions as approved by the President and the Enabling Act of Parliament. A presentation of TET Fund interventions and budget performance from 2020 to 2023 sets the ball rolling for questions requiring explanations.
Committee frowns at the high rate of unassessed intervention by beneficiary institution. It is not in the interest of Nigeria. It is not in the interest of the tertiary institutions.
It's a very painful thing for us, especially given the inflationary trend. 1 billion 2 years ago is almost like 500 today or less. We have been appealing, we have been encouraging, and we have also been threatening. In the past, there used to be some punitive measures, which actually, even though it was meant to solve the problem, contributed to the problem.
Exactly.
But we have removed that now.
The committee acknowledges a remarkable rise in education tax collection from 257 billion naira in 2020 to 725 billion naira in 2023. but calls out companies evading the tax.
A situation where conglomerates, nice-looking corporations and companies pretend who look good before the public now declare losses all in the name to evade taxes is highly condemnable.
Between 2020 to 2024, about 1.4 trillion naira was disbursed by TET Fund to beneficiary tertiary institutions for provision of critical infrastructure for teaching and learning. In Abuja, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
Lagos State government has continued to push out initiatives aimed at cushioning the impacts of economic challenges and making life bearable for residents. One of such is the Alafia Eko Medical Outreach, a free comprehensive healthcare intervention unveiled by the Ministry of Health and the 6 health districts across the state. The report. Residents, Alafia Eko, meaning the well-being of Lagos, is a timely intervention by the Lagos State government given the current economic reality, which has impacted negatively on the cost of healthcare delivery. The comprehensive healthcare initiative captured in the larger economic stimulus package, tagged Eco Cares, is targeted at providing free treatments of minor ailments as well as eye examinations leading to free eyeglasses.
In this medical checkup that the Lagos State just organized, I benefited from it because it's a great thing.
The health intervention targets more than 50,000 residents across the 6 health districts of the state.
There's an opportunity to register for LASHMA, Ilera Eko, and then they will be given 100 people in each of the centers that we're using. We're using 24 centers, 24 points for this outreach. 100 people will be getting free access to health insurance for 1 year. And those people are the people that we consider vulnerable.
The aged beneficiaries also got food palliatives in addition to medical attention.
The reading glass you are looking, they give us free, food free, good treatment, and that is one of what everybody needs, at least in Lagos State.
Residents grappling with chronic illnesses like diabetes and hypertension will benefit from free medications for the next 3 months.
It's the first ever. No other state in Nigeria has ever done such, where the state is actually giving free health care to all its citizens, as many that are sick as possible. And so what he plans to achieve is that let's help people. Those who are ill, those who cannot afford certain drugs, we will give them free for 1 whole month, but you must be registered with LASRA because this is for Lagos citizens, as you know. The second phase of Alafia Eko medical outreach will come up on June 6th this year in all health districts of the state. In Lagos. Still talking about Lagos State intervention, Lagos State government has commenced a series of engagement to intimate stakeholders with latest developments in the education sector and to make the platform interactive with a view to addressing challenges in the sector. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, disclosed this at the maiden edition of stakeholders meeting with school owners in Lagos. The report. The well-attended gathering underscores the long-anticipated interface between school owners and the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education.
The federal said all creches in schools must be located on the ground floor. So, also there are many things that we can do together.
There was need for the Office of Education Quality Assurance to set the record straight on school registration and documentation.
The session will dive into purpose, process, and effect of these activities, such that subsequent visits of evaluators to your school will not meet you unawares.
Stakeholders took turns to highlight the peculiar challenges in the education sector. The Commissioner reassured stakeholders of government support through business-friendly policies that will raise the standard of education to enviable heights in the state.
They don't have certain information which we provided to them today about the new curriculum at the senior secondary school and also basic school. So they are happy about that. And what wasn't clear to them yesterday is now clearer to them
after the interaction.
We have different issues we address. So before the issues escalates or become a problem, if we could have this type of sitting, probably termly, just as the school runs and gives reports termly, it will go a long way to address a lot of things.
One take home is the fact that we have a listening commissioner for basic and secondary education who is ready to champion the cause of school owners in Lagos State.
The commissioner thereafter presented letters of approval to newly approved schools in Lagos. You're still watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. More reports after this quick break. Stay with us.
This is what happens when we elect public servants and don't tell them what to do for us. Voting is not the end. It is just the beginning.
Chief. Good morning, sir. You are here already?
No, now my spirit day, my body day for house. What kind of question is that? Were you not the one that fixed this meeting for 8 a.m.? You are now coming by 10 a.m. and start asking me jab questions.
But Chief, now, I'm sorry. Don't you also go late for meetings sometimes? You know now, African time.
No more African time. And no more pancaking of face during office hours. At the end of the day, we will lose valuable time. We will not make progress. If we want to move this nation forward, we must treat business as business and respect time. Change begins with me.
Thank you, sir. I am sorry. Can we go for the meeting now, Chief?
Better.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen with good laws,
Proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
if it happen,
If it happen.
Glad to know that you're still staying tuned to NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. As traditional, complementary, and alternative medicine gains recognition worldwide, key players want Nigeria to have a legal backing to navigate hurdles mitigating against its implementation. The guests on Good Morning Nigeria say it is to enable Nigerians harness the preventive health and wellness it offers. Lydia Sampson reports.
The guests are unanimous that for Nigeria to realize a robust primary health care embracing integrative medicine is sacrosanct.
So in essence, it's a composite balance of health interventions that have the patient at the center for the best outcomes in health, mental and social well-being of individuals.
If you say modern tradition, is put down for modern system, how you go measure the medicine, how you can use the medicine. Because that's why I call the modern traditional medicine practitioner. Not be like that old local one. You know how we put down for modern system.
They are emphatic that the neglect of traditional, complementary and alternative medicine, from which came modern medicine, cannot continue.
We felt that if you must achieve universal health coverage, we must bring together all these three recognized healthcare systems. The orthodox emphasizes more on curative. Traditional, complementary and alternative medicine emphasizes more on preventive and treatment.
And I want to urge them to persuade all the states to introduce the TCAM department in their ministries of health. It's very, very, very important. And then let integrative medicine be studied even in the higher institutions.
The non-communicable diseases are more complicated, so it also need a multifaceted approach in addressing them, and this is what you call integrative medicine. Nutrition is really very important. It is no longer the domain of one person.
They urge Nigerians to leverage recognition by the WHO and United Nations to proactively support the holistic development and utilization of integrative medicine approach for a vibrant, healthy and inclusive nation that promotes sustainable health. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA.
And now to foreign news. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has announced that the United Kingdom will hold a general election on July 4, ending months of speculation. Mola Oreolua is our guide on foreign news.
The UK general election will see 65 members of the parliament elected to the House of Commons, representing constituencies across the country. Voters will head to the polls to choose their local representatives, with the outcome determining the makeup of the next government. The election will be contested under the first-past-the-post system, where the candidate with the most votes in each constituency wins the seat. The outcome of the election will determine which party or parties will form the next government, with the possibility of a hung parliament if no single party secures a seat. The new parliament is set to meet July 9, with the King's speech outlining the government's priorities scheduled for July 17th. Moving on, Israel has withdrawn its forces from Jabla in the northern Gaza after a 3-week operation. The military claims to have killed hundreds of terrorists and destroyed 6 miles of tunnels. The area has been heavily damaged, with many buildings reduced to rubble. The operation was launched after Hamas regrouped in the area, and it led to the recovery of bodies of 7 Israelis killed in the previous Hamas attack. The fighting in Jabla was described as some of the most intense of the war. Israel Defense Forces, IDF, accused Hamas of using civilian areas for military purposes and destroyed rocket launchers and weapons production sites. The conflict is ongoing, with no end in sight, and ceasefire talks have stalled due to Hamas' refusal to negotiate while Israel continues its military operation. That's it on foreign news. I am Orolua Mola.
Time now for entertainment news. Nigeria's Afrobeat singer Kizz Daniel releases new single Double and dedicates to wife MJ. Mariam Adelakun has the details.
Nigerian artist Kizz Daniel has released a new single, Double, dedicated to his wife, MJ. The song marks a significant milestone in his career, embracing themes of love and family. The music video features intimate moments between Kizz Daniel and his wife, showcasing their beautiful bond. Double is a celebration of love, partnership, and the joy that comes with sharing life's journey with someone special. This release follows a series of successful hits, solidifying Kizz Daniel's position as a leading figure in Afrobeat music worldwide. In other news, Bremo applauds President Tinubu for bringing back the old national anthem, praising its unifying lyrics. However, others like Kate Henshaw and Joeboy were indifferent about the government's decision to prioritizing the change over tackling pressing issues. That's it on entertainment news today. I am Miriam Adelakun.
Next on our lineup is sports updates, and Olumide Eguntola is our guide.
Nigeria's Super Eagles are set to resume camp in Uyo on Monday, 3rd June 2024. As part of preparations for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying matches against South Africa and Benin Republic. All 23 invited players are expected to arrive same day for immediate training sessions under the watchful eyes of Coach Finidi George. In another development, ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, the House of Representatives Committee on Sport has summoned the president of the Nigeria Olympic Committee to a rescheduled meeting next Thursday for brief on Team Nigeria's preparations. This is sequel to Gumero's inability to appear before the committee last Thursday.
We want to do as the president, we want to see a better Nigeria, better legislators, so that we can easily appropriate what is supposed.
And in golf, Ikoyi Golf Club is using its junior tournament to discover future stars at the tender age for the country. The Vice Lady Captain Peggy Onwu explained that the results produced by the young golfers during the 2024 edition is an indication that Nigeria will rule Africa and beyond.
A tournament like this also provides leadership skills.
Still on golf, a new golf course, Cross Creeks, has been inaugurated in Akure, Ondo State, by the state governor, who was represented by his deputy. Kende Lamidi reports that the event attracted more than 145 golfers across the country, and the project is expected to raise the standard of the game in the country.
I assure you that even without all this, for what you have done as an individual, government will be willing to partner with you.
Cross Creeks is the second in Ondo State, with 9 holes sited on 17 hectares of land in Ilado community. With sports update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA.
On that sporting note, we'll draw the curtains on NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. Many thanks for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your evening.